Hey, Alma's Recipe here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make beef tacos. Very easy if you don't want to cook in the stove and you want to just put it in the slow cooker and forget about the meat and come back hours later and the meat be ready to have some tacos. So vamos a empezar. For this recipe you're going to need 3.5 pounds or 4 pounds beef chuck pot roast, 1/8 of a cup of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 chili chipotles, 3 garlics, half an onions, and 2 bay leaves. For the tacos you will need tortillas. You can use any tortillas, flours of corn, cilantro, onions, optional avocado, and lime. And finally, for the tacos you need salsas. It will not be tacos with no salsa. And of course you will need a slow cooker. We're gonna start by preparing marinade. The first thing we're gonna start by doing is peeling our onions and cutting in small pieces. Now I'm gonna start preparing my garlic by chopping in small pieces. In a small bowl, I'm gonna be putting my 1/8 of a cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, garlic, and my onions, chili chipotles, and 2 bay leaves. Mix all the ingredients together and the marinade is done. Now I'm gonna be putting the meat in the crock pot. I'm gonna put half of the marinade. And then I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna put the other half of the marinade. I'm gonna be cooking my meat in low heat for 8 hours, but you have two choices. You can also cook it for 4.5 hours in high heat. It should be done by then. If it's not done, you can just let it another half an hour, but the meat should fall apart really easy with the fork. That's the way you know the meat is done. Now I'm gonna start by preparing my topping. I'm gonna start by cutting my cilantro, but before you cut your cilantro, make sure you wash it and dry it. It's very important. I'm gonna be cutting my onions. You can use as masses or as little as you want. This is optional. So then we're gonna cut the limes too. You can cut as much or as little as you want because this is optional too. And we can also by cutting an avocado, you can cut it again as much or as little as you want. As soon as you're gonna be ready to eat, because the avocado, if you cut it, it does turn black. Now we're gonna start by preheating our tortillas in medium heat, and we're gonna probably flip it twice. That way you know the tortillas are ready. If you fold it in half and they don't break, they mean they're ready. This is how the meat looked after 8 hours. As you see, I didn't add any water or anything. The meat released their own juice and they cook in their own juice. It's really tasty and very delicious. Now if you're ready to eat, it's 2 ways you can treat the meat. You can use it just with a fork or you can use the knife, whatever is easy for you. Now that all the ingredients are ready, it's time to prepare our tacos. So I'm gonna put in my taco first, the meat, the onions, the avocado, and the cilantro. But also this is optional. If you don't like any of those things, you just wanna eat the meat. But also of the meat, you can either make some burrito, you can eat it with beans, you can play a lot of different ways to use the meat. This is just kind of an idea that I wanted to show you guys. And of course you need to add salsa. I love salsa. So there you have it, guys, the tacos. This is just one idea. If you don't have a lot of time to cook in the stove, just put the meat in the slow cooker, forget about later about 14 and just count your meat is ready to eat. It's not really complicated. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Hasta la vista.